Nice, nice hurt box. Love that for you. Love all of these whiffs that have no consequences. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. I hate this matchup so much. Well. Happy that you get corner pressure and Oki for that. Oh my god, This character needs to go in the toilet, man. Can't challenge any of that because I don't have an invincible level 2. He's trying to piss you off? He doesn't need to try. He's playing JP. It comes with the fucking, you know, you made the sandwich, bro. It's included in the price tag. It came free with your top 1 character. He's gonna get a second level 2. None of this matters. We live in an uncaring cosmos with specks of dust in the universal ether, and JP's about to activate level 2. Get it twisted. Your actions do not affect the outcome of the match. Do enjoy this. Well, I'm burned out in the corner against the best Oki situation in the game. Nice. Happy for you. Unless... Normally this would be checkmate, but this asshole has the best defense in the game while he's in burnout, which is nice. Happy for him. It's unreal how much I am outplaying you right now. The degree to which you are being outplayed cannot be calculated by modern science. Holy fuck. New YouTube content segment just dropped. Broski explains all the ways he hates JP. This is the video. Okay, number 1. None of JP's normals make any sense. He has the best normals in the game and it's not even close. Crouch medium punch, stand heavy punch. The stupidest disjoints I have ever seen in my life. Crouch medium punch inexplicably has 14 frames of recovery. You know what? I keep saying this, but I have to emphasize this. JP's normals make no fucking sense to me. If you're designing a character whose entire gimmick is like, he fights with a weapon, so his normals should have extra range, that's fine. The range is not my problem. The problem I have with JP's hurtbox design is that whenever you're designing a character like this, historically, you either give the character expanded hurtboxes on startup, so you can stuff the normal with fast normals, or an expanded hurtbox on recovery, so you can punish it if they somehow manage to whiff this shit. JP has neither of these goddamn properties. On startup, he literally has no extended hurtbox whatsoever, and then the first active frame is just a fucking nuclear bomb. His hurtbox is actually kind of retracted from where it looks like it should be. So then your brain is like, oh, okay, I guess it has a hurtbox on recovery too. I will simply whiff punish the stand fierce. All of JP's, like, disjoint normals need to either have massive hurtboxes on startup or massive hurtboxes on recovery. Pick one, because right now it's neither and it's pissing me the fuck off. Speaking of buttons, remember when they nerfed JP's crouch heavy punch so it wasn't the best anti-air normal in the game? You guys remember when this got nerfed and then unnerfed? They literally nerfed this button to not be the god anti-air normal and then said, oops, my bad, and then just reverted this. So it went straight back to being the god anti-air normal. And once again, just to get ahead of any JP player that says actually it has a blind spot in front of him, JP players will be like, bro, just empty jump and make it whiff, and then you open yourself up to this. The only angle where crouch heavy punch whiffs gives him a free juggle on stand fist. It's insane. Stand heavy kick is +2 on block and goes like half screen. It also goes into a goddamn target combo, which is safe on block and does like a whole bar of drive gauge damage for some reason. Also, it's a true block string, so you can't parry in the middle. God, what else? Oh my god, this fucking thing. JP is a zoner, which means that you are incentivized to approach him. Like, you have to walk towards JP. Surely he doesn't have a 2/3 screen low, which is safe on block at the tip. Bro, it's -14 on block. Just punish it, lol. Except, like, most characters can't punish a -14 at this distance. It's crazy. His normals are insane. Stand medium kick goes over lows for some reason. Specials? Oh my god. EX amnesia. We need to talk. So I want to talk real quick about how JP's nerfs all got completely reverted, and it pisses me off as well. Once again, I have to talk about this. So if I talk about EX amnesia, I'll get inevitably hit with, but bro, it now does no damage. The combo doesn't do any damage anymore. Remember, they nerfed it. It's scaled like crazy. Why did they then nerf the EX amnesia damage and then give him this in exchange for that? Why does he have this? If he gets EX amnesia now, he doesn't get the damage anymore, but instead he now gets a side switch into the single best Oki situation in the entire game. And what's even crazier is this does the same damage as an EXDP. Can I just... Okay, I'm gonna do some Cammy downplay real quick. You guys remember when Cammy having a side switch on her wake up option was too much? This EXDP used to side switch, and this does 1500 damage. Let's compare that to nerfed JP. Oh, this does 1660 and also still does a side switch and also gives you God Oki afterwards. And also on top of all that bullshit, look how this restores his goddamn drive gauge, right? Because this is treated as like a full combo. Look at this. I'm saving a state here. It basically instantly pays for itself because you get like a bar and a half of drive gauge refunded on the juggle. So it does more damage than Cammy's side switch, it gives better Oki than Cammy's side switch, and it's basically drive neutral. Like, how the fuck is he allowed to have this? And then afterwards, once you land this goddamn side switch off EX Amnesia, he does this, and then you're suddenly put in the best mix-up in the game. You get caught by this, he puts up EX portals, and it's genuinely like guess for game. Why the fuck does the zoning character have a full combo off throw? What were they cooking? Just to keep in mind, I think the only characters in the entire game that can do set play that lets them combo off throws is like Kimberly, Blanca, and JP. Kimberly needs to use cans to do it. It's so apparently overpowered on Kimberly that she has to use spray cans to get a throw combo in her set play. Blanca needs to use a Blanca-chan to get a combo off throw in his set play. What does JP need to do to get a combo off throw? He needs to have 2 bars of drive. That is JP's condition to unlock the single best mix-up in the entire game. And look how much damage this does, by the way. Like, let's say that you try and evade, like you try and jump out or something to avoid the throw. Look how much damage he gets off this Oki situation if you make the mistake of not taking the throw. Me, when I do 5.3k off like a corner Oki situation that's a true 50-50, I can't with this character, man. I can't. And you know what's crazy? You know what's fucking crazy is I haven't even talked about his level 2 yet. They buffed his level 2. Not only is this the single best move in the entire game, effectively against JP, you have 8,000 health. Maybe even less, maybe 7,000, because you are going to lose at least 2,000 health from level 2. This is the best super in the game, and they fucking buffed it for some reason. You used to have to activate this thing off like strings like this, but now for some reason you can activate it off this, which gives him the single most like uninteractive mix-up in the game. Because now that you can activate off EX Fireball, it means that it pushes him back to a distance where he can't like use any defensive mechanics. Like, watch what happens if you try and drive reversal this shit. Oh. None of your defensive mechanics matter in this situation. Your drive reversal is completely worthless because he's half screen away. Absolutely insane that they gave him that. And once again, I'm preempting the JP player's downplay response here, which is that technically he can't do double DI anymore. And it is true. I will give you this. The one thing I will say here that is true is that JP used to be able to do 2 DIs off this combo. Like, this used to be a thing. That does not work anymore. Except, in order to make his combos not break when they nerfed his double DI extension off level 2, They had to increase the juggle potential on forward heavy kick to offset that nerf. And you know what effect that did? It made his fucking combos even better. Like, they attempted to nerf his goddamn level 2, and they made his corner combos like 40% more damaging. He can do shit like this now. Why can he do this? He didn't used to be able to do that. That was introduced by accident when they tried to nerf his level 2. He can also do shit like this now. He has like an insane combo off a DI wall splat. Can you hear it in my voice how much I dislike the current state of JP? Also the drive gauge damage. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, so let's say you are a god of defense. Let's say that you somehow managed to block all this fucking unblockable nonsense out of his level 2. What is your reward for having perfect defense against JP? I'll tell you what your reward is. It's losing at least 3 bars of drive. Look at this clip. Wait, I've got the perfect clip for this situation.
I did my homework. It was my reward. Where's my reward? I did what I was supposed to do. Why am I not happy? I did what I was supposed to do. I learned it just like you asked me to. Where's my reward?
It's not over. It gets worse.
Teleport. I know you're waiting for the teleport. I didn't mean to press that.
It gets worse.
Oh.
I mean, this is like the perfect clip. He blocks the entire level 2 sequence, which just to keep in mind what this sequence is, I just want to break this down real quick.
Okay.
He blocks the sweep, which is a low. Then he blocks the high ghost, which is a high. Then he blocks crouch medium kick, which is a low. Then he blocks the low ghost, which is a second low. Then he blocks the crouch medium kick, which is a third low. Then he blocks the overhead, which is the final ghost, right? He has blocked like 6 consecutive high-low mix-ups. His reward is losing 3 bars of drive. And then right at the end, he tries to anti-air with Terry's level 3 on the neutral jump. It misses. Look at this freeze frame, man. Look at the freeze frame. This might be the most relatable thing I have ever seen in my life. This is how it feels to fight JP in this game right now. And you know what pisses me off as well while I'm on a rant? The amount of people who tell me, well, at least it's not Season 1 JP anymore, as if he's ever been significantly nerfed at any point in this game's history. JP right now is like 99.9% as strong as he was on day 1 of this game's release. And yes, he did get a couple of nerfs, but they also gave him a bunch of bizarre buffs to like offset the nerfs. He hasn't got better or worse, he's just taken like a lateral step at best. His corner pressure is outrageous. Like, I know I talked about it a little bit a minute ago, but like any time this character gets you in the corner, something like this. This Oki right here, this, if you get hit, you lose. If you block, you lose like a shitload of drive. Two bars of drive there. You can also throw, which combos into the spike. And the best part is, even if you do get the hit, it loops back into itself, like it's a perfectly self-contained looping Oki situation. And then you can do this, and then you can do this. Why does the Zoner have the best set play in the game? Oh man, I'm trying to think, like, is there anything else about this character that I haven't already complained about? Oh my fucking god, there is. I just remembered something that pisses me off so much as an Aki player. Why does this character have the single best defense in the entire game while he's in Burnout? You work your fucking ass off to get this character into Burnout, which is not an easy task, because he has some of the best drive restoration options in the game. Like, if this character overspends drive, all he has to do is do this, and he gets 5 seconds of complete control over neutral. He has the easiest ways to restore drive of any character in this game. Like, you just zone for a few seconds, and your drive comes back. But if you somehow manage to get this asshole into Burnout, your reward is he still has the best defense in the entire game, because Amnesia is one of only 2 moves which can interrupt 3-frame gaps. So if you play a character who relies on burnout pressure as part of their game plan, and obviously I do, so this pisses me off especially, burnout loops do not work against JP because the gap will just get beaten by amnesia. Like, why does he have the best defense in the game in burnout? I do not get it. And even if you play a character that doesn't have like burnout loops like Aki does, it's still fucking annoying because like half of your moves do not give guaranteed DIs anymore. So like, yep. You tried to do heavy into DI, a string that would work on like almost any other character in the entire game. Well, guess what? It doesn't work on JP. If you want to stun JP, you have to have like a frame perfect trap, some shit like this. And usually that requires you to drive rush, which means that you can't do it from like a neutral state. So you have to like do something like this, which costs 4 bars just to get a guaranteed goddamn DI against this asshole. Why do you have to spend 4 bars of drive just to be able to punish the character with the best drive control in the game for going into burnout? And at the end of the day, even if you do this, even if you spend 4 bars to try and prevent yourself from getting amnesia'd here, he just does this. And you might have lost the round because you've lost 4.5 bars. I don't understand why more people aren't mad about JP. I feel like I'm screaming into the void with this character. He is so crazy. I will say, just to close out this rant, the one thing that I will give JP a free pass on is his zoning. You guys might have noticed that I didn't once at any point in that rant complain about his zoning, like this stuff. Because I think that's what he should be good at. I think this is where JP should be like in his element. At full screen, JP should be a nightmare to deal with. I have no problems with any of this shit. My problem is that, like, he doesn't have any area of the screen where he isn't an S tier character. He should be weak somewhere. He should be weak up close, maybe, or he should be weak on wake up. But for some reason, he has the best full screen moves in the game. He has the best mid-range moves in the game. His jabs are amazing. He has the best defensive move in the game. Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, I don't know what this was. This was therapy? All right, anyway, thanks for tuning in if this ends up on YouTube, I guess.